Hey everyone, welcome back. A couple of important things happening in Star Citizen right now worth covering. We have got more hotfixes for 4.7.1, a second round of transport system tech preview testing, and an update on the item recovery tech preview that almost happened last weekend. Starting with a 4.7.1 hotfix channel, which has had a new build pushed out. This one includes multiple client-side crash fixes, a Japanese localization crash fix, and a potential fix for the Prospector mining head detach and attach issue using the tractor beam, ship claim, and VMA. That one has been causing problems for a lot of miners, so good to see it addressed given how many more players are mining now with crafting in the game. ASOP and shop terminals should also stop freezing momentarily, and items from backpacks being placed into hand or weapon slots should now work correctly. More fixes will keep rolling through the hotfix channel, and a larger round of fixes is expected with 4.7.2, which is still a couple of weeks out, alongside the expanded Nix missions and updated courier and delivery content. Now on to the transport system tech preview, which has been updated with some significant changes for this round of testing. A new Ivacati build went live, and the goal is to open it up to Wave 1 testers on Wednesday if the Ivacati testing goes well. The biggest addition to this build compared to the first test is that the self-repair system is now enabled. In the previous test, it was deliberately turned off so CIG could observe what goes wrong before the self-repair system could mask the problems. Now that they have that data, the self-repair is active for this round. Here is how it works. If the transport system detects an issue anywhere in the network, it applies its own fix automatically without requiring any player or developer intervention. The goal is that players should never even notice when something goes wrong because the system handles it invisibly in the background. For this test, any carriage states or travel and gateway wait times exceeding 5 minutes will trigger a self-repair. That threshold will be refined based on what the testing reveals, since in normal operation an elevator should respond in seconds, not minutes. CIG is clear that self-repair is not a permanent solution. It is a mitigation layer. When it activates, it fixes the immediate problem for players while simultaneously logging the root cause for developers to address properly so it does not happen again. The end goal is a transport system where issues simply stop occurring rather than one that perpetually patches over recurring problems. The build also includes multiple performance and stability fixes on top of the self-repair system. Overall, this is a meaningful step forward from the first test, and the approach of observing problems before adding the repair layer is exactly the right way to develop something like this. Moving on to Item Recovery Tier 1. Last Friday, CIG announced they were putting together a new tech preview build to test item recovery vehicle loadouts over the weekend. Unfortunately, the build failed and the test did not happen. The plan is to try again this week, so watch for an announcement on that. Item recovery is worth understanding properly because it is a genuinely significant system. What is being tested specifically is vehicle loadout recovery. This is most likely referring to the weapons, components, and equipment fitted to your ship being tracked by the item recovery system so that if your ship is lost or destroyed, that configuration can be recovered rather than permanently lost. The longer-term vision for item recovery covers a much broader range of items, including cargo, weapon locker contents, ship decorations, and armor locker contents. The monthly report confirmed that a lot of work is happening in the background around item ownership and tracking. The goal is a game where the player never permanently loses anything they legitimately own, whether that was purchased with real money or acquired in-game through looting, crafting, or missions. Item Recovery Tier 1 is the first major step toward that goal, and getting it into testing this week is an important milestone ahead of 4.8. That is everything for today. Hot fixes are rolling out. The transport system is in its second round of testing with self-repair now active, and item recovery is close to its first proper test. 4.8 is coming together quickly. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will catch you in the verse.